Charles and David Koch are two of the most successful businessmen in American history. But if a new documentary is to be believed, they also own industrial plants that spew uncontrolled pollution, support efforts to resegregate schools, and are heavily involved in attempts to suppress voting rights across the country. A smorgasbord of alleged villainy.
Koch Industries is one of the top 10 polluters in the country, responsible for up to 300 oil spills.
They also have a very strong libertarian agenda, which is against the Department of Education, against public education in general, and affects elections and policies at all levels of government.
The Koch brothers are targeting...
And the man behind the Koch Brothers Exposed is Robert Greenwald, who is the producer and director of the film. Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon.
You make some pretty incredible claims in the film. If all of this is true, why are the Koch brothers not in jail?
Well, unfortunately, what they do is legal. And part of the problem is they buy the legal system, they buy legislators, and it's really a horrific example of the value of money in politics to their personal ideological and economic needs, but not to democracy, not to the country we believe in.
But to be fair to them, are they not just doing what many people do, which is leveraging their wealth for their own political ambitions and aspirations? I mean, there are people on the left and the right who do exactly that.
Well, no, it's very different. What they're doing is they're using their billions of dollars and hundreds of millions of dollars to further their own selfish economic interest. People on the left who are doing this are using it against their economic self-interest, and that's a very, very important fundamental difference. They're also doing it in ways that have a horrible effect on the country, and one would hope they would put patriotism, love of country, beyond greed. But they're not doing that, and a year and a half of researching this has come up with incident after incident of what and how they're using their money, using their 1% status against the 99.
It is a remarkable litany. The documentary is full of cases. Koch Industries, of course, declined our invitation to appear on this podcast.
No, I'm shocked.
You might be, but they did issue a statement which reads in part, and I'm quoting, "Mr. Greenwald's statements are maliciously false and misleading. All one really needs to know about Mr. Greenwald is revealed by a statement he made several years ago. There is a great quote, 'The truth is too important to let the facts get in the way.' In his latest project, he has lived up to those words." So you're clearly not on the Koch brothers Christmas card list. What is your response to them accusing you of being maliciously false and deliberately misleading?
I'd like to see one fact of any kind that is not accurate. What they're doing is character assassination. They're attacking me. I'm from New York. I can take the attacks, but I offer them to come on your show, on any show, debate, discuss, and deal with the facts of resegregating schools, of buying justices, of the fact that their plants causing cancer to people in small towns. I mean, it goes on, but they won't do it, and they hide behind Koch facts. They won't come before Waxman's committee and testify when he asked them to.
Indeed. Final question. To what extent do you feel that they are both going to be influential and negatively influential come the election?
Well, if you have 200, 300, how many millions of dollars, you would think they're going to have some level of influence. It's a disgusting way to do it. It's trying to buy up democracy, literally. Hopefully people will burn their television sets at some point, not your show, but others, because of the horrible ads they're on.
Right.
But they're going to do everything that their money will allow them to do to influence this election negatively.
Robert Greenwald, producer-director of the Koch Brothers Exposed, thank you so much for joining us.
My pleasure.
And we'll be back to clear the air.